Hello, friends. I'm starting to do some things that make me a little uncomfortable, but also I feel like I am compelled to share more here and not just share, I had an album come out and I'm making a bunch of music, but I get really bored in terms of like the social media part of it for Ultraviolet in particular, because it's like, here's a song, here's a picture, I did this other song. Do you want to listen to it? Here's another picture. Here's a video of me dancing or whatever, it's, I don't do it necessarily, like I create because it's just like coming out of me. It's like part of me. It's a compulsive thing that is a part of me. And I really believe that it's something that is important for people, humans, to do, and not necessarily put out albums or art expos or whatever. I just think that the creativity practice is really important because it teaches us how to connect to something beyond ourselves, because creativity really is just channeling in a way, and connects to ourselves, connect to each other, relate in the human experience. And then on another level, it really teaches us like how to think differently. So if we are always just kind of doing things like the way that we're taught to do something, right, or the way that society tells us to do something, and you have a problem come up, you may just have the same old answer every single time and not be able to grow and expand from there. And I think that creativity can teach us, at least if you invite it in, to think about things a little bit differently, to think about things literally, outside of the box or within the box, but a different part of the box, that it's really kind of up to you. It's really, like I said, like a channeling. You're practicing being able to open up to something bigger than what is expected, what you already know. So that's why I'm like always harping on creativity. If you wanted to join, pro tip, if you want to cuddle with kitties, wear cat beds as sweatshirts. So I'm going to share a little bit more about my, my process as we go. And also I'm doing a podcast called Thought Experiment Called Life. So I'll be sharing more about that too. It's all very new to me. I've recorded several of these videos, trying to get the right one, so I can't remember, but I generally don't feel like I know what I'm doing. None of us know what we're doing. You just have to try. You have to just like go in a direction sometimes and see how that works out. So today I am working on a meditation song that I'm submitting for a brief. And so the things that I do, like I do have my album, my artist music, but I really love making instrumental music as well. I love writing trailers, and I'm slowly but surely making my way in there in that industry, which is like super fun. I love the drama of it. I love creating just epic compositions. So I'm really loving that. I actually do want to do a meditation album. I have like several songs, and my sister is incredible at leading guided meditation. So we used to do meditation, like workshops and guided meditation sessions and things like that. So we will put out something at some point. But this song today, I'm mixing it. And, mixing is something that I did not know how to do when I started all of this. And I've had some of my friends really teach me, some of my actual like teachers and collaborators as well. And then I just try to do a bunch of research as well, use my ears. The biggest things that have come in handy for me in terms of being able to hear besides like the EQ of things, or like how to figure out how to do like a good EQ. I think the biggest hurdle, I'll just pass this along, I guess. So the biggest hurdle I think for me is still sometimes, but I've like kind of figured it out, and I'd love to hear other engineers and producers, whatever, please feel free to share what works for you, but finding good reference speakers. So there's the infamous car test. Our car, it's a great little Volkswagen, but the speakers are like real bass heavy in a way that it is very unforgiving. It's good because if it sounds good in there, I'm like, all right, I think I'm pretty close. I also have two different headphones. So I have like they're both over the ear headphones, but I have like your traditional kind, and then I have these guys as well that have like, they're like open ear. I forget what they're called, but my friend Fred Mascherino, thank you for recommending these. I was like, how do I get a better reference point with headphones? Because the headphones that covered my ears completely, everything sounded full and beautiful. But then when I would play it in the car or play it on my phone or play it, through, I have like a cheap pair of speakers that I also use as reference, it just didn't sound the same. So with these headphones, I can mix still without disturbing my man and the apartment complex, but it has like enough, like the sound isn't captured in the ear. It's like there's like an open, it's hard to see. If I can find like a link, I'll post it. It just it's quieter when you mix in a way, and it gives a better reference point. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. I'm doing this meditation. There's a brief for some meditation music. A brief is a company looking for songs that fit that. And I'm gonna be honest, this one service I'm going through where I've submitted my own songs, I've submitted meditation songs, I've submitted trailers, I've submitted a bunch of things and have gotten rejected like so much. So it's It's definitely, it's not for the faint of heart to do some of this work, right? You have to like just kind of love what you're doing and keep trying to improve, see the things that you are doing well, be real with yourself about the things that maybe you need help on or like that. So the company that I've been submitting for those briefs I have not gotten a lot of, I mean, I've gotten a lot of good feedback, but haven't gotten selected for anything. And then I have another avenue with the movie trailer things. It's been a lot more successful is the only word I can think of. It's been a lot more promising in that sense, right? So things are moving along in there. But I'm sharing this. I know this is just kind of like, this is what's going on in my life, just with music in that sense. I try to write something new each week and try to practice mixing and try to give myself a goal. Like I'm going to write some other music this coming week for a different brief that is not meditation music. It's like more something you would hear on like ESPN, like sports. So it's a lot more energy, which is really fun to write. So I'm going to talk more about just kind of like, even if you're interested in these things, but you can apply the diversity of your offerings, right? Like I'm not just focused in one area. I really do just love composing. I really love writing music. I really love this whole process. And so it's just something that you can think about, like whatever it is that you are doing, especially if you're feeling like for instance, I'm continuing to progress in one direction, but I keep getting no's or like almosts and then no's, right? So I also have other directions, other outlets to go through. And then also partly that's why I started a podcast. Like that's something that I can control and that's something that I want to offer. I think that sharing our stories is really important. I've been very reluctant to do it with my music because it kind of like blurs the lines for me in a way, but I'm kind of like, fuck it. I'm going to share. If this is helpful, I am very happy about that. I can't remember if this was the video I started with, but like I'm a teacher at heart. I've taught a lot in my life and not music. I just really love to pass things along. So I like to see people win. I like to see people grow and win. I really do. There's so much heaviness in the world. So I guess the Cancer rising in me is just very happy when I see people doing well. Okay, so it's very snowy here and very cold. We're gonna be inside all weekend. I mean, she's always inside, unless she's on the deck, which is 3 stories up, so she's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna stay warm. All right, that's it. Bye.